Alright, hi everyone. This is going to be an interesting one. It will be a video way too long for what this is, but hey. So this is a DECUS gaming mouse from Speedlink. This is made in China. It says Germany, whatever. And the idea behind it is that I replaced the sensor. So here's the original sensor from the mouse. It is a 9500, and I have replaced it with the sensor of a Asus GX1000. And so the upgrade is going from a 9500 to a 9800. So here's the old mouse. Onto this mouse I have tried to put another sensor, also tried to swap the sensor with a S9000. Come the fuck on. It's 9819. So I don't know what those sensors are. I know that this is a sensor used by Razer, but whatever. So now this device isn't working, but I still wanted to do the swap onto this mouse, and actually it is working. And when in fact it is working pretty well. So here's a graph from the GX1000 with this sensor, and what I wanted to show you is a graph with the same sensor but in another mouse. So the idea is that I'm going slow and faster and then slow again, and where there is the highest, the biggest spikes, it means that it was the fastest. So going in around does this graph, and the idea is that at each spikes it needs to be well rounded. So each dot is the mouse reporting its position, and as you can see, this isn't very precise, but this is more precise than it was before. So I cannot zoom in into the other picture, but I can into this one. So this is not bad. For a desktop mouse, this is really good, and it actually feels great to use. So I do believe this was on 1000 Hertz pulling rate, and this is on a 500 Hertz pulling rate. But the DECUS mouse is kind of bad with those pulling rates. I'm going to show you 1000, apply, and you don't have to be a genius to compare the previous graph with this one. It is way worse. So this isn't a viable option with this mouse. This mouse sucks at 1000 Hertz pulling rate. This isn't a lot, but 500 Hertz, you are sure that it will work with every desktop, every computer, every USB ports. So yeah, that's nice. I'm going to show it to you. So to open this mouse, there is 3 screws under those 3 pads, and then you can open it. From the back and then on the side. Oops. Right. And here is the sensor. An A9800. So if you have this exact same mouse, I would say this is a cool upgrade. You can find this sensor for cheap online. So this is cool, but it is quite hard to remove and replace, because, for example, I think I broke this one, and you have to have tools. But this is still cool to do, and it works right away without needing to do anything else. Also, there is a 20 grams weight inside the mouse, so this is kind of stupid, and you can remove it. The mouse becomes lighter, so that's nice. In terms of responsiveness, I am not sure, but I believe it is better. Alright, so I am going to show you with other mices what a gaming mouse is versus a desktop mouse. So for desktop use, it is way better than the previous sensor. And also, you can now track onto weird mousepad, because it wasn't tracking before. It wasn't tracking properly, and also the mouse spins way less than what it was doing with the previous sensor. So I'm going to switch mice, and to show you what a gaming mouse is, just to tell you that even though this is a cool upgrade, this will not make your mouse go do gaming. So this is a Gigabyte XM300 with a Pixar 3988 sensor, and this is a pretty good mouse, but I cannot recommend it. I like it, but the cable was crap. I needed to replace it. Build quality is horrible on it, so your mileage may vary, and also what it is drawing right now isn't great. This sensor can do way better. But compared to the Speedlink, it is already a big improvement. Just to show you, this mouse is working at 500 pulling rate, 500 Hertz pulling rate. because otherwise it is the same as the Speedlink. It is way too bad. Apply, for example. And now it's all over the place. So this mouse has a problem with USB transfer. It is really bad, or I don't know, maybe it is a driver problem. So you can game with this mouse. I have used it for 2 years. And I'm going to switch again mice. With a much better one that I've used even longer. And this is the Asus Gladius, with the same sensor as the Gigabyte one. So it will be a cool comparison. So this is the driver. It is messing up. It is messed up, but the mouse actually does work well. And I can go really fast. The sensor, even though there is sometimes some hiccups, this sensor is way better. Sorry, it is the same sensor, but the driver is handling it, the mouse is handling it way better. So this is a truly gaming mouse. With that you can have a really good aim, even though sometimes it has some hiccups, as you can see. But you can go really fast and it tracks almost everything. So there is still room for improvement, but this sensor is already really good. And it was at 1000 Hz. But this one doesn't suffer from the same Hertz pooling rate problem. Alright. It still has some miss detections. But this is very precise. So this is what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to. But I can assure you that the Speedlink is now usable with this new sensor. So I say new sensor, but this is actually a very old one. But the upgrade does work. So just for those who are interested in a full detail view of what is a good mouse, and if I know, I don't know how to say it. Alright, so this is again another gaming mouse. This is a G Pro. Tournament edition, I believe. it has the Pixar 3 3366. So I believe right now it is working at 1000 Hz pulling rate. The DPI is a little bit higher, too high for me, but alright. And here is what Logitech offers. So this is a mouse that has already 2 years or more. I don't know now. I don't know if it is an old mouse. They did some upgrades, but I don't believe the hero sensor is better. And the hero sensor is what they currently offer for gaming. So as you can see, it tracks really well. But what I actually believe is that this sensor is worse than the Asus, than the other one that was in the Asus Gladius. So this is good, but this sensor, this mouse is less responsive as the Asus Gladius with the 3988 sensor. So that is why I don't like using this mouse. And in terms of precision, I do believe it is okay. It is good. What's weird is that on graphs, it may shows that it is even better, but in reality, it isn't what we feel. Even though this is, as I said, really good looking. So, for those wondering, maybe over there at low speeds it has a weird method of detection, and then when you go at a certain speed, it switched into another mode because you don't see the same pattern, the same graphs. See, it is different than when it is at low speed. But whatever. So even though that I am used to very good sensor, I can assure you this is an upgrade from the original sensor, and it does make this mouse way more usable. So as I probably said, I do believe it is a nice upgrade. So if you have an old mouse, maybe do this if you really like your mouse and the shape of it. But we have done a ton of well, the latest sensors are much better than what those generation than what was good at that time. So, but I wouldn't mind even gaming on it, because now the mouse feels very good, even though in graphs it doesn't show very well, it actually feels very good using it. So hope you liked it. I don't know what I could do more. I will try switching this sensor, so the 3366 with a latest 3389. Is it? I do believe. I don't remember, but I think it is the latest sensor from Pixar. I don't think it will be compatible, but it uses the same layout. But as for example, even though it uses the same layout, it is not compatible. So it might not work, but I really do want to try it. And if no videos come out, I would think that it doesn't work, because otherwise I would post a video about it. Alright, thank you for your time, and bye bye.